July 19th, 2014 is a Saturday and we're in Marcelin, Saskatchewan. St. Joe's Church in the background there. We're on Main Street, which runs almost east-west. Marcelin was laid out by the Canadian Northern Railway perpendicular to its tracks, 1910 or 11. The old senior center here used to be a store. The village was incorporated on September 25th, 1911, one of the earliest communities established on this line between Prince Albert and North Battleford. And looking eastward along Main Street, the Canadian Northern's third-class station would have stood down there. Mile 56.5 from Prince Albert. It was built in 1911 and it cost $3,000 and it was sold off in 1982 and it's gone. But there's an identical one at Blaine Lake, 7.8 miles away. Marcelin owes its existence to Antoine Marcelin, who settled in this area in 1889, homesteaded in 1902, just probably to the east of town some, and established the first post office in his home on May 1st, 1904. When the railroad came through, of course, it was moved to the town site. Antoine made several trips down east, encouraging Quebecois and people from Brittany to emigrate to this area of Saskatchewan, and many did. All the postmasters right up until the 1980s were French folks. It's kind of odd that they have anglicized the pronunciation of the town's name, the Marcelin. The station would have stood here. This line, of course, was laid down by Canadian Northern in 1911 and became part of the Canadian National System in 1917, and it was sold by them to Omnitrax in 1997 and became part of the Carleton Trail Railway. And they finally gave up the line in 2012 and pulled the steel off of it. The old hotel right across the street was a grander hotel at one time, 3 stories. Main Street actually burned twice the last time during the 40s and wiped out a lot of the old heritage buildings. Behind us on Railway Avenue here would have stood Elevator Row. British America Elevator Company and Sask Elevator Company were the first to go up in 1912, followed by Saskatchewan Cooperative Elevators in 1914 and Farmers Marcelin Elevator Limited in 1919. Canada West Grain was the last in 1929. These were closed by Cargill and the Saskatchewan Wheat Pool during the 80s and are gone. And looking almost north up 2nd Avenue at 1st Street East. The curling rink on the north side of the arena there was used as a welding shop for a while, but now it's closed. The community hall. This was the site of the original St. Joseph's Church that was moved from the old town site. When the new church was completed in 1923, the Knights of Columbus used the old church as a hall, tore it down and built the new hall. This is the new church, completed after a year's construction, beginning in 1922. It's now St. Joseph's Parish Church. Keeping an eye on suspicious activity, eh? A school was established in 1907 on the old town site, and this is the current school. It's been abandoned for a couple of years now, it looks. The sports grounds. Marcelin sits on a low ridge of undifferentiated glacial till, which wasn't drowned by the surrounding glacial lakes back in the day. Lots of lake bed around here, as you can see. The local Cree Folks saw a scattering of newcomers settling in the 1880s. Of course, the 1900s really saw the influx. Settlers from France and Quebec, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Hungary, all those names reflected in the graveyard here. Marcelin's population was 158 in 2011, down about 11 people from 2006. Peak population was almost 400 in the 30s. Even in the rain, this is Rough Rider country up here. And looking up the old rail bed towards Shellbrook, about 45k away, and there's still some steel left on it. And off to the right is the major thoroughfare of Highway 40. Running down to the Battlefords and up to Shellbrook and thence to Prince Albert, not far away. Marcelin, Saskatchewan.